What is up, YouTube? It's Bruin Steel, the host, and I am doing the 2018 NBA playoff prediction with my boy KRod. What's up, KRod?
Hey, how's it going?
Alright, so this is the first round. It starts this Saturday, I believe. So we're going to do Eastern and Western Conference. So we're going to start with the East. So we got the number one seeded Toronto Raptors. Surprisingly, they played the eighth seeded Washington Wizards. So, Kieran, what do you think of this series? It's going to be great. I'm going to have your prediction and then I'm going to make mine. So, what's your prediction about this series?
Um, I think Boston is a very good team,
You
but
mean Toronto?
oh wait, this is
This
Boston
is,
versus Toronto.
sorry, this is Toronto and Washington.
Oh, okay.
We're just starting from
So
top to bottom.
Toronto is a very good team. I think Washington might give them a little bit of a challenge, but Toronto has the capability to take out Washington if their team is able to shoot from the three properly and make sure that they have enough talent to protect the rim. And they definitely need to do better on defense. DeMar DeRozan, I honestly believe he is the worst, defender ever. He can't play defense. And for the Wizards, they're like the same thing. So I honestly believe if John Wall, if he wants to prove to the world that it doesn't matter what rank you are in the playoffs, he needs to defeat the Toronto Raptors in order to prove himself into the next round.
All right. What's your game prediction?
I think Toronto in seven.
Toronto in seven? All right. So, my own prediction, yeah, I agree. Washington has talented players like Wall, Porter, sorry. And I think Toronto, they obviously are the one seed. They just on fire. I think Washington is a great team, but I just feel Toronto's going to be better. So I also think Toronto is going to win in seven. So
Yeah.
I just felt like these two teams can be too talented. So it's going to go the distance. It's going to be hard fought. So 7 games, Toronto. I think Toronto is going to move on.
Yeah.
And the next series, we got the number four seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. This is like the first time they were seeded like below a two or three. I think they've been
Yeah.
usually like a one or two, but four seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. They play the Indiana Pacers, the five seeded. So, what's your thoughts on the series?
I think honestly, it really deals with a lot of teamwork and a lot of communication because this is kind of like the same situation when Cleveland, I believe like when they were what, a two seed back in 20.
Last season they were two seed and they whooped our ass. The Celtics were supposed.
No, don't you remember their playoff seed when they faced the Chicago Bulls when Derrick Rose was there? That was 2015, right?
I believe
Uh,
so.
yeah, that was back in 2015. But no, LeBron, he was taking over every single game, and he was averaging over 30 plus points, which he was basically taking over. And remind you, this is like the Cleveland Cavaliers team that was not getting to know each other, but now they do know each other. But this is without Kyrie Irving. So I honestly believe if LeBron wants to prove to the world that he could take over, then he will do it. He will put in that extra 1,000 shots, before his game to make sure he can win. And I think that the Cleveland Cavaliers will just go all of the way.
So, what's your prediction for the games, like the series?
Oh, this is Cleveland versus who?
The Pacers.
Oh, yeah, definitely Cleveland in six. That's my prediction.
All right. My prediction. I mean, like, look, people say this is my opinion. I mean, like, I've been hearing media saying that, oh, Cleveland's been playing bad. Yes, they had some bad losses, but this is the playoff. They have playoff experience. I
Yeah,
mean, like, people say that, oh, well, Cleveland did really bad in the regular season. They're gonna do well in the playoff. I mean, like, it's not true because, did you see them last season? They beat the shit out of the one seed, which was us. They had good playoff runs, so I think Cleveland is gonna go off in the playoffs. They're pissed off about the regular season. They want like to get redemption on those teams who have beaten them. The Pacers are probably one of them. I think I had seen the Pacers
Yeah.
had like a couple wins on them, but I think Cleveland goes off. Also, to be honest, I also had them in 6 games, but um, I think it might go five. I think Cleveland's just that pissed off, and I think they. I mean, like I think it's gonna go 5 games. I think they're gonna just go ham in the first round, and they usually do. I remember that one playoff season they had like 2 rounds of like sweeps, like brooms. Like they swept like 2 teams in a row, like
Yeah.
in each round or something like that. So I think Cleveland wins in 5 games. So the
Yeah.
next game is going to be the three-seeded Philadelphia 76ers, to everyone's surprise. They used to be really bad. The
Yeah.
three-seeded 76ers, they take on the Miami Heat. Miami might be like, they're really happy they have got Wade back. So
So weird.
yeah,
That's
it's
very weird that Wade wants to go
so
back to his
what's
home
your
team.
yeah, so what's your thoughts on the series and your series prediction?
Wait, for what series?
The 76ers and the Heat.
Oh yeah, definitely 76ers. I just believe that the Miami Heat, if they're gonna play good defense and definitely pass up the ball look around, I believe that they can definitely wipe out the Sixers. Um, because they got Dion Waiters, they got Hassan Whiteside, and they definitely have Justice Winslow. He's like my favorite player, and I honestly believe that if Winslow wants to win, he has to dominate let the floor. He needs to basically just show off to his team that he could take over. It's not that hard winning. And yeah, the 76ers won't stand a chance. But in order for the Sixers to win, Joel Embiid really needs to play good, strong defense. He cannot let anybody just pass through him. He needs to really take over as if, everybody wants to compare him to Hakeem Olajuwon, and if he's really that good, then prove it to us. Show us that you are definitely worth what the run for our money to come back and actually watch you. Because I think Philadelphia is a very good venue for sports, but it seems like almost every year that no team out of Philadelphia could ever make it that far, except for like the Eagles that we've seen for the football. But maybe for basketball, if Philly wants to win that title, bring that chip, bring that chip out to Philadelphia. But my prediction for this, I think it could be Philly in 6. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. So this is my own opinion. Miami, obviously, we just said that it's weird that Wade went back to Miami, but I heard a lot of 76ers fans saying that, the Wade has given them problems. So by that said, I think it's going to be a longer series. I think the Miami Heat can win like 2 games. So I am also going for Philly for in 6 games. So I think Philly wins
Yeah,
in 6. It could go 7. I was originally going to choose 7 since Miami is a tough team, but I just feel that Philly's going to get it done. They were just on a roll at the end of the season, so I just feel that,
yeah. Philly is
76ers.
just like if you just watch how they play, like Philly literally plays like the I don't know like what to compare him to. There's no Allen Iverson in that team, but there is a lot more teamwork. It's like looking at a Sacramento Kings, but it's like they have no, star player. They just play good basketball. You know what I'm saying?
All right. All right, so I got Philly in 6. So I'm gonna go first for the next one. It's the series that I can't wait for. The number 2 seed Boston Celtics, my boys. Let's go. They host the 7 seed Milwaukee Bucks. So I just want to talk about the series real quick.
Yeah,
So basically, like I was saying, Boston, sadly, Kyrie Irving's out with the knee injury that has been like, kicking at his ass like all season.
yeah,
The knee has been bothering him. I knew something was up. So it's sadly because, we picked him up from the Cavs. I was so excited to see him in the playoff. But I mean, like, it's a knee injury. It happens. So he's done for the season.
yeah,
And this Celtics team, honestly, as a Celtics fan, I will admit it. We have struggled and we were dealing with a lot of injuries. Um, Jalen Brown,
yeah,
Kyrie Irving. Al Horford all had injuries one game. I think Marcus Morris had an injury, and then they were like most of our starters were out with injuries. It was just a complete nightmare. Um, but Jalen Brown will be is definitely back. Al Horford's back. These going to be key players. Terry Rozier. It sucks that we lost Gordon Hayward. I heard he was like MVP when he was on Utah, but you know he torn his ACL when we played Cleveland in the opener. So he was going to be a really good player.
Yeah,
But Milwaukee, let me talk about Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee is going to give us problems. I believe Milwaukee has beaten us like 2 times this season, so they're going to give us problems. So with this banged up squad, I don't see us beating the Bucks in a blowout. I think it's going to go 7 games, and you know, like I said, injuries have been haunting us for entire season, and we're still banged up. And I do believe we can beat the Bucks with the talent that I said. You know, Jalen Brown and Al Horford. You know, Marcus Smart. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Marcus Smart. He also had injuries too. So injuries had haunted us, but I think he's gonna go the distance. Like I say, we this is a banged up Boston team. It's unfortunate, but I still think we can beat the Bucks with his talent. But I just don't feel it's like gonna go like 5 or 6. I think it's gonna go the distance since we're gonna be a little banged up. I got the Boston Celtics beating the Bucks in 7. So that's my prediction. So what do you think, Kieran?
I think the Boston Celtics will definitely win this. It seems like that it's unlikely because they have no Kyrie Irving. But if they play well together, I believe the Boston Celtics can definitely win. And this is against who? Like the
The
Bucks,
Bucks,
right?
yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's a good player, but I honestly do believe that there is a lot more talent in the Boston Celtics than the Bucks because Giannis, yeah, he is good, but I never liked him as a player. I think that his level of talent is just too mainstream, and we haven't seen like the actual, you know, good talent out of him yet. And every time when he keeps playing, like his games, it seems like he just dumps and he just drives out to at the rim. So he's not really doing too much. Like it's just like can we really see something out of him where he's banging threes every game? He's actually doing everything that we want to see out of him. That's pretty much what we want to see out of a guy like him. But like no, like if you see like what the Celtics are doing, the Celtics they're busting ass. They ever since Gordon Hayward has been injured, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum have been averaging well over 20 points. Like these guys, I don't know what to say for them, but they definitely do have talent, and that's nothing to hide away from the fact that they work hard in the gym every day, and they actually get the job done.
Yeah. So what's your series prediction?
Oh, definitely Boston in 6.
In 6? Alright, so I also wanted to thank you for bringing up Tatum because I forgot to tell you. He also was dealing with the injury as well. So like I said, injuries all over the
Yeah,
freaking place. I remember he was out like 2 games with like some injury he pulled or something. I mean, like he could have wrapped his like finger with tape. I mean, like, but he missed two
yeah,
games due to some injury. So like I
yeah.
said, injuries all over the place. I just feel this is gonna go 7. So we're gonna go to the Western Conference now. So we got number 1 seeded Houston Rockets, and they take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I believe they have Jimmy Butler, your old guy. But don't they have Derrick
Jimmy
Rose?
Butler.
Don't they have Derrick Rose too?
Yeah, Derrick Rose.
And Jimmy Butler on. Oof. So I'm gonna go first on the Western Conference. So this is my opinion. I mean, like, I'm not sure if anyone expected Houston to go like to the 1 seed. I mean, like, James Harden's a beast. You can't like deny that. I respect him as a player. I just feel that his shooting. The only thing hate about his James Harden is his shooting form. I don't like his shooting form. He's left-handed, but he's a great player. I respect James
Yeah,
Harden.
he still bangs it.
Yeah.
Still makes
So
it.
And Minnesota, they're the eighth seed. Obviously, they're not doing well with Rose, or if Rose was playing, I think he was. I don't really pay attention to or Jimmy Butler. But I think Houston wins. I think Houston wins in 5 games. I think Houston's gonna be too much for the Timberwolves, so I got Houston in
Yeah.
5 games. So, what's your thoughts on the series and your series prediction?
I think, honestly, the Rockets are just gonna sweep the Timberwolves. Like, I love Derrick Rose. He's always my favorite player, but there's just too much talent in the NBA. Where if he was in his prime, he would dominate. He would have had rings by now. But injuries don't stop a person from winning a ring. It's just like the team overall that makes like the team better. And I believe that if Rose and the rest of his teammates were to play great basketball, then yeah, maybe they could win, like a title, and he could have won rings back in like the past. But no, like with this talent that the Houston Rockets have, especially James Harden, where it seems like he's more of a MVP type candidate. Yeah, he's gonna definitely get up there. Like, who wouldn't say James Harden would ever lose to anybody? He has proven to the world that he has talent. Like, we've seen it back in I forgot what year it was, 2016 or 2015, when like the Warriors faced up the Rockets. James Harden, he was dropping how many points? 40, 45 points. James Harden is literally like a legend, when it comes down to shooting. But defensive wise, no, he sucks. He needs to get better. He really needs to start stepping up his game, because when free agency comes through, the Houston Rockets front office is really going to have to, renegotiate his money deals in order to get the team to a higher level.
All right, and your series prediction?
Oh yeah, definitely Houston at 4.
Houston in the sweep. All right. The
Yes.
next series is the four-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder, and they take on the five-seeded Utah Jazz. And I just have to say this: they have the same record, so really weird. But I believe OKC has the tiebreaker. I think that's how it works if like two teams have the same record. But um, listen, Utah obviously they were holding the fourth seed for a while, and obviously they blew it. Um, I think OKC is a great team. I think Utah, people saying that, I've been hearing a lot of media saying that it could be Utah's year. They've been playing well, but I don't believe it. Like, they say that Utah can make a playoff run. But are, I think the Thunder are the better team here. I think Westbrook is their best player, so Westbrook is going to go ham in the series. Obviously, in every series, but um, I think Utah does have that talent, so I think it's going to go to a game 7 the series, but I'm taking OKC. I think they're going to get it in 7 games. So that's my prediction. I got OKC in 7. So what's your thoughts on this series?
Oh, OKC versus Jazz. Ah man, I don't. Oh no, like I love Westbrook a lot, and the Jazz, they've been putting in like the work. I don't know what's wrong with them. They look like that they're just ready to like just to win. These people just don't give up. But no, I definitely got the Thunder. It's just because that Westbrook, if he was good enough to lead his own team to win, then why not do it now? Like, stop thinking that Melo and PG are going to hold you down. You need to take over, and like I believe that PG is he's a good player, but he needs to be there for shooting. He needs to be there for shooting, rebounds, and drive. Same thing with Melo, but for Westbrook, he needs to play as a point guard. That should be his big deal, as his position. And yeah, I believe that would make a lot better. For this series, yeah, I definitely got Thunder in 7, because I just believe that with the Thunder, they're gonna choke a few games. And yeah, that's what I think.
All right. So the next one is going to be the three-seeded Portland Trail Blazers, and they take on the six-seeded New Orleans Pelicans. Don't know too much about each team because I only really pay attention to the Celtics and the other one. But Portland, I seen a little bit of them. I believe I do believe they have talent. The Pelicans also have talent, so I think both teams win. Like, I think they will. both teams will win a good amount of games. So I think it's going to go 6 games, but I am picking Portland to win in 6. So what is your prediction?
My prediction, I definitely got Portland in six. It's just only because I think that the Pelicans are cursed. Like, I honestly believe that the New Orleans Pelicans, they are cursed. Like, they have all this talent, but yet, why do they, have like just weird, horrible records? Like, we need to, see like the legendary action of DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis, which these guys are two of the best defenders in the NBA, and yet this is where we go to call them, decent centers. Like I would like to see more out of them, and I think that is what will attract the people more if they are able to do what they're supposed to do as center. So they just need to prove themselves more, and I think that the Pelicans will still lose. So I got Portland in five.
All right, so the last and final Western Conference first round, it will be a Western Conference Finals rematch, but it's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna be a first rounder. I just feel that it's kind of stupid because I just feel like even though San Antonio is like really bad, I just feel like it's still gonna be like one of the best series in the West for some reason. I don't know. So the two-seeded Golden State Warriors they take on the seven-seed San Antonio Spurs. Rematch of a Western Conference final. It's really awkward to see a Western Conference Finals as a first rounder than really next season. But obviously San Antonio has been struggling.
Yeah.
They don't have Kawhi Leonard anymore. I don't believe. I think he's injured. Um, Rumors actually said that he was going to sign with the Celtics. Hopefully, but I do believe he's getting old. But Golden State has been probleming with injuries. Steph Curry, I believe, is out right now, but I still believe Kevin Durant can be doing some work. Like I said, it's probably going to be the best first rounder that I'm going to see. I mean, like the fact that it was a Western Conference Finals matchup. I think it's going to go 7 games. But I think the San Antonio Spurs are like banged up a little bit. So, but I do believe they're going to put up a fight. 7 games, but I'm taking Golden State to win in 7. So, what's your thoughts on this matchup?
I think the Warriors will definitely beat the Spurs. Just because if you have Kevin Durant on that team, they're going to win. Because I feel like Kevin Durant, they're like the champions, and Kevin Durant's going to play that championship basketball, and he's going to fight to win. He's not going to give up. Like Kevin Durant has proven to every person all these years why he could win this ring, but now you are like the champion. So let us see what you were supposed to do in these championship bouts and start retaining your title. I think Kevin Durant is a very good player, but there's just like a lot of issues that a lot of people really do argue about him that needs to basically they need to see it for like themselves because Kevin Durant, if he really plays good in this series, then yeah, the Golden State Warriors will still retain a good dynasty, but. I think Warriors are really going to clean house. They're going to get the Spurs out in five.
All right, so that's it for the prediction. I also wanted to, do predictions for the finals. We don't have to do like every round, but for the Eastern Conference, I think the Eastern Conference champions that will represent for the East in the final most likely will probably be Cleveland. And in the Western Conference, I think Houston is going to be the Western Conference champions. So I think it's going to be Houston and Cleveland in the finals. So I want to ask you, what do you think of this? Like, what's your prediction?
I think that is possible, but how much talent do these teams have to do in order to make it? Like I do think like Cleveland is a very good team, but we need to start looking at the future to know like where we could see these teams go. But if it does happen, then perfect. Like I would like to see this happen. Like Like there should always be new teams winning titles, and if the Rockets can really make it that far and win this title, then James Harden will be the very first ever player on his team to lead his team to a ring. Um, Pretty much as a one man show. I believe that he shows so much gratitude to the game of basketball that no person could really challenge him. You know, he's just so good. Like he has like so much capabilities to win, and I don't think anybody could really beat him. In my honest opinion.
All right, so that's it for the playoffs. I'm Bruin Steel. This is KRod Nation. Kind of, but we're getting out of here. Peace.